Alright, welcome back to the EnerJ comp. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, buckle your seatbelts in because the top dog is actually turning out to be the underdog. Spawning in the top right corner of the map, playing for my insanity, he is your red Terran hero, known as Jjakji. Sorry, I'm fumbling over the copy-paste keys. His opponent in the lower left, playing for Dignitas, up 1 in this best of 3 semifinals. It is Tefel. Of course, fighting my Twitter and Dignitas Tefel. I'm going to take a quick peek at the other side of the brackets to see if that has been determined yet, if we know who will be in the finals. The finals will, of course, be a best of 5, for those who don't know. Looks like Stardust is currently leading 1-0 over Revenge. Again, while we are not streaming that, you can probably find that on the German stream, I believe. And if you don't know where that is, you can find it on Team Liquid. I'm sorry, Homer J, I don't know your Twitch off the top of my head. Not that I imagine he's listening to hear me mess that up. But okay, Jjakji was definitely not in the position he wanted to be after that game. He's got to be like, wow, Roach Hydra, how is this working? I haven't seen this in God knows how long because I'm so used to doing Mutiling Bane as my composition that I have to fight against. So having changed it up a little bit, I talked about how it didn't work for Tefel in the past, but looks like he made it work today. We'll see if he can bring it out once again. To defeat Jjakji is a feat in and of itself, but to go to the finals against either Revenge or Stardust to win would be big. Now it's worth noting the prize pool for this tournament is actually pretty cool. There's a lot more money in this one tournament than there are for most weekly cups. Most weekly cups, like for example Zotek, is $100, winner take all. Go for StarCraft is $75 with a 50-25 split. This is a $200 cup. 100 for first place, 50 for second, 25 for third and fourth. So all of these players have made money at this point, and they get energy drinks on top of this, which is so weird to consider. Mage Slayer, thank you for your subscription, man. Thank you for your support to the channel. Again, if you guys are just subscribing today, first off, wow, this is insane. 5 subs in one day is a brand new record. I'm sorry, I won't distract from the game too much, but I want to say once again, PM me on Twitch, get the replay packs. We sent out some really good ones recently, and I don't want you to miss it. Tefel, oh, don't forget Ace Gate on your way out. Tefel, though, in this game, will he go Roach Hydra again is the big question on my mind. Maybe he's sick of Mutiling Bane. Maybe he just wanted to catch Jjakji off guard. I don't know what his game plan is going to be, but I'm very excited to find out. Because Jjakji, well, let's be honest, he can handle most things. Except, I guess, the unexpected. I mean, even against Sage, how many times did he misread the game? How many times did he get the information wrong and still manage to succeed? Ironically enough, this time he saw exactly what Tefel was doing and just kind of was like, what do I do? I have tanks. No. Oh, Battle Whisk. I'm sorry if I missed it. Battle Whisk gets a shout out as well for his subscription. I'm sorry, dudes. I'm trying to focus on the game, so I'm missing some of the subscribers. I'm not used to having so many people in one day, but thank you for your subscription, dudes and dudettes. Reapers in numbers of 2 now could actually start dancing with the Queen, pick off some drones, but he's still not been able to get any kills yet. Finally gets one, and that Reaper needs to be in full retreat. 1 HP hype as he gets out of that base. Barely alive. Jjakji, of course, combat drugs will kick in a moment's time. Now, there's some magic numbers with Reaper damage, guys. 1 Reaper obviously doesn't bother Queens. 2 Reapers dances with Queens actually and can come back to kill them after the combat drugs, and 3 Reapers straight up kill a Queen. Now, of course, Jjakji doesn't have 3, but this Queen is so low that if he comes back for round 2, he might be able to kill it off. Hellions to follow this up will be fantastic as well. You'll be able to have that that buffer of the Reapers with those Hellions, typically coming out in numbers of 6. Gets another kill here, actually forces the cancel there real quick too. Still being quite annoying with these Reapers. Starport gonna come out and oh, he's gotta micro this back, but he's gotta remember there's limited cliff space here on Yansu. You can't go this way, you can only go that way. So what's really important here too, of course, is with the Hellions. So the way this works, Hellions are pretty fragile. They've got a lot of health compared to most units, but still fragile at 90 health. Queens take them out pretty decently. They've got long range and a fast attack. What you want to have happen is have the Reapers come in, soak those hits so that they can combat drugs and let the Hellions go unattacked. Nice snipe on that drone trying to take that third base. Gets the creep tumor too. Jjakji is a man on fire. He has woken up after that last game saying not again. But looks like Tefel will once more be going into that Roach Hydralist composition. He does have the +1 ranged weapons coming out this time. We'll see if this can work again. I don't know. Dancing around with drones, gets another kill. I'm surprised these Reapers are still getting kills. Hellions rush by as the Queens are out of position even, and Tefel sacking his drones a little bit. Jjakji doesn't lose a thing here. 0 resources lost, 0 units killed. Fantastic control out of our Terran player. That being said, the roaches are about to pop, so a follow-up hit is not going to be easy as that first one he just got off. He did send that one very, very low Helene back home. Looks like he wants to go for another attack. The hole in the wall is open, but the queens are okay in a position to buffer this. Again, once the roaches come out, that's kind of the end of it. So going to push back. You guys type ! brackets in chat if you need an update for the brackets. This again directed at our live audience. I want to thank you for tuning in, dudes. Stim pack on the way for Jjakji though, so he's not going mech. He's not changing it up. He's still gonna play this out as strong as he can in this game number 2. Now, there's no cloak with this Banshee. He likes to be. I kind of like this actually, the nuance of it. Even though cloak's not expensive, that's still 100 gas that goes towards, say, your tank, or in this instance, your stim pack. Coming up from behind though with the Hellions, was trying to find a way past these roaches. Couple of Reapers will get a kill or 2 here. Surround does go off, though. Jjakji gonna maybe lose them. Finally, Roach gets a hit off. Can he get another? No. The Reaper's still left untouched at this point. A couple Hellions have fallen, of course, and Jjakji's actually killed 10 workers so far. Now it's not like he ran in there, got this like one big, oh my god, boosh, huge Hellion attack, and got 10 workers in one blow. He's actually more from these Reapers, 4 kills on one, 3 on the other. But even then, that's not something Tefel's been happy dealing with. And his third is incredibly delayed because of the camping around this area of the map. Creep spread is somewhat limited. Jjakji has opened up a lot stronger this game, I feel, than he did in game number 1. Well, he's still got the Hellions out for map control, but again, it's going to be kind of difficult to utilize them as he knows that roaches are out. Hellions will be good to keep alive for later, too. So if you guys have never had the pleasure of doing this, one of my favorite things to watch happen against a composition like Roach Hydra, you get Hellions. Even without Blue Flame, you swoop in from behind and do a ton of damage. Of course, Hydralisks are light units. They take the bonus. Sorry, I was looking up here. I wasn't sure what was going on. So I lost my train of thought. They take the bonus damage from that 14. It splashes well, and Hydralisks, of course, are about as fragile as Hellions. So it can be really nice if you keep these alive long enough for that sort of side swipe type attack. He's got to be careful though. Creep's moving on forward, and he does have control of the watchtower. He knows this is coming. And while it's not quite mech coming out of Jjakji, what he is doing is getting a lot of Marauders. And I don't know that I necessarily am in love with this. Marauders are, like, even, it's so dumb to consider, but even Marauders are not bad against Hydralisks. They're even better against the Roaches, of course, but they attack so slow. And having Marines in your force are going to be necessary again. The only real counter to Hydralisks outside of something like a Hellion is just to outnumber your opponents. And that's like by a large margin, because Hydralisks are incredibly durable compared to a Marine. They've got very fast attack speed compared to a Marine. Well, a Marine stims, but that's not what I'm referring to right now. So they're going to be hard to deal with, is the bottom line of it. He's got the groove spines coming up for the range upgrades. I like that he's doing this first, by the way. So, like, if you go for metabolic, or sorry, not metabolic moves, what I'm saying here, muscular augments to make your Hydralisks move a little bit faster, then you're going to be fighting off creep, which maybe you don't necessarily always want to do. Ooh, does snipe the Hellions in the middle of the map. But if you go for the groove spines, then regardless of where you take an engagement, whether it's defensive or offensive, that range bonus is going to come into a big, big way. Of course, that makes them have a little bit extra range. Unfortunately, though, the tanks, while I'm talking about this big game about range, the tanks are going to have the ultimate range in the end. Some bunkers are coming down here. This is actually a really fortified position for Jjakji. I like this a lot, speaking defensively, but Tefel's still going to force the engagement. He's going to try and get right on top of these tanks. Marines and Marauders are not the threat. Again, it's the tanks, and if he takes these out, then there's nothing to stop the Hydralisks. Bio simply does not compete, and oh my god, what an overwhelming swarm here of Hydralisks. That corpse goes flying right to left. Some units coming in from the side, from behind. Stim goes off, and the last couple tanks going down, and there's so many Hydralisks here. Is this really how Jjakji will fall? Last tank dies. He's still got a bunker. He can hide inside of it if he needs to, but everything is going down. SCVs were already pulled. SCVs round 2 going to get on top of this bunker to try and repair it, but not in time. Oh, just barely in the nick of time. Jjakji will hold this bunker, but it's 2 Marauders. It's not Marines. There's a siege tank on the ramp, but I think Tefel may have just choked Jjakji out. There's not a lot left to defend. Marines are stimming forward to the front lines. SCVs are desperately trying to keep that bunker alive, but it ultimately falls, and so will Jjakji. This last tank is the only thing keeping him back. Good game is called, and Tefel will take it 2-0 over our Mind Sanity Terran. What the what? Tefel, man, congratulations. moves on to the finals. I told you guys. Beware of Tefel.